Hey everybody, Mike DiDonato here from Faema, Canada, and today we're super excited to introduce the all-new Jura S8. Let's start with our unboxing. As usual, Jura pays attention to everything, including the packaging, making it super easy to open. So the first thing we're going to look at here is what comes with the machine. So we have our cleaning tablets, 2-pack, a smart filter, a filter extension, our pre-ground bypass scoop, and we have our manual in here, as well as our tube and water testing kit. So the easiest way to do this is grab both of these and pull. So simple. Spread this apart, move your cord. We're gonna take this top lid off here, put it back in our box. Here we also have our milk cleaning system and setup. So here you're gonna have milk cleaning system, container, tablets, and something we'll talk about a little bit later, which is our sweet foam attachments. And let's take a look. I'm so excited to see the all-new S8. Grab the bottom of the machine, and just like that. As you guys may know, the S8 was one of the top-selling units worldwide. How do you improve on that machine? Today we're gonna talk about it. So with the new S8, Jura's introduced some of their key technologies. One of them being one of my favorite things, which is sweet foam. I'm gonna show you how to do that a little bit later on. They've also incorporated the PAG2 grinder. Now this grinder, I really love it. It gives you the option to actually adjust the grinder before or after a coffee is being prepared. Now by doing that, you can decide if you want to do finer drinks, if you're doing espressos, or more of a drip style coffee, you want to do a little bit coarser. It gives you the freedom to really explore that. Now, another key feature of the PAG2 grinder is the fact that it actually backspins after each use. This decompression essentially reduces retention and extends the lifespan of the grinder. It is also what gives you the ability to adjust it between cups. I especially love the new 4.3-inch touchscreen. And the new UI makes using it even easier than ever. It really walks you through every single step, and it's so intuitive. Think of using a tablet or a phone, you're gonna get the exact same experience out of this machine. Now, another key benefit of that beautiful touchscreen is the personalization. The all-new S8 prepares 27 different specialty drinks. Now, you can always change on the fly while your coffee's coming out, all those different things, but I know that every time I use the same mug, I use the same coffee, I use the same milk, I'm always gonna get the same product. Super simple to use. I really love that feature. Customization on this machine, essentially limitless. Let's look at how to personalize a drink. It's as easy as finding your drink on the home screen. So for example, my cappuccino, I'm gonna push and hold that option. It's gonna bring me into the product settings menu. From here, I have 4 different options to choose from. I have my product settings, so for that specific drink. I have my product name. Of course, I can add my own, whatever I like. I have my permanent selection. So when I select that, it allows me to apply one of the 4 key options from Jura to any of my drinks, whether that be sweet foam, pre-ground, or extra shot. That wasn't available on the prior S8. It is on this one, which I really love. I especially love doing dopios. It's one of my favorite things to do. It also allows you to do doubles. So that'll only apply to coffee drinks only, so like espresso or coffee itself. It won't apply to milk drinks. My next option is the product position. Now, from this page here, I can actually replace it with a different drink. So if I want to customize my home screen to be all my personal favorites, I can do that. And you also have the change position. So if you want to have espresso first or 3rd page top right, however you want to show that, you're able to customize that to your liking. Something I really love about this machine. Enough of that, let's actually make a coffee. So my favorite drink is always the espresso, so we're gonna try that right away. So I'm gonna grab my cup here, I'm gonna look at my display, and I'm gonna hit the espresso. Now, this machine also has the intelligent preheating system. So essentially the machine will know how long it's been idle for and preheat every internal mechanism to make sure that your first cup, last cup, any cup you're doing with any idle time in between is always hot, is always perfect. There's no more playing with it and I don't want the first cup. No, every single cup on this machine is incredible. Of course, this machine has incorporated the PEP technology. So for all my espresso-based drinks and specialty coffees, you're gonna see that pulsating effect. It's gonna get more aroma, more flavor of the extraction of your espresso. The heat, I don't know if you guys are catching that, but this cup is super hot. That cascade is incredible. Really what we've come to know, love, and expect from Jura, just another level when it comes to super automatic espresso machines. This is amazing. Incredible, truly. Let's try a cappuccino. So I'm gonna get my mug here. I'm gonna select cappuccino. The machine's then gonna tell me which position to put my fine foam frother in. It's in the right position. I'm gonna select next. Immediately the grinder is gonna kick in. It's gonna start drawing that cold milk. It's gonna heat it, steam it, froth it, add it to the cup for me with no user intervention, and immediately follow it up with my espresso. Now what you'll notice here too is milk is always designated in time. Different milks will aerate differently. So something like almond milk versus skim milk versus 3% milk will give you a completely different volume in the cup. If I want to stop it, I can click cancel. If I want to increase, decrease, whatever I want to do at any time, I'm able to do that. Now once my milk is done, you're going to see my coffee's coming out of the back spout there. So truly a one-touch machine, really no moving the cups around, no user intervention. Everything is done for you by this beautiful machine. And like, again, the quality we expect from Jura, just incredible. Microfoam, beautiful, triple layer effect, really cool party trick too. Anytime I serve people through my machine at my house, they're always like, wow. And I'm like, yeah, well, it wasn't really me, but it's still cool. Let's try it. This is phenomenal. Now that we've done our cappuccino, I think it's time to demonstrate the sweet foam and how that function works. Super easy. So as I mentioned earlier, you can have your preset sweet foam buttons. So you'll see here I have the S next to my sweet latte. It indicates it's automatically sweet foam. Or I can click this top button here. It'll bring up my 4 customizations. And if I select the S, it'll then designate any option that has the sweet foam. You can add it to it right away. So now you'll notice the cappuccino has the yellow S lit up that signifies sweet foam. So what I'm gonna do is take my container here. I'm gonna add some of my Faema.ca vanilla syrup. What I also love is these are all dishwasher safe, so really easy to clean and maintain. It's gonna tell me to put my sweet foam container on, so I pop this guy off, put it on the side. I'm gonna take my sweet foam, pop it right in, so easy. Click next. And now what you're gonna notice is the machine is gonna draw the milk through. It's gonna enter this container here, get infused with that natural vanilla syrup, go right into my cup, and I'm gonna have the best tasting milk foam that you could possibly have. Now, a lot of people question, well, I could just add it after. It's not the same. Then you're stirring it, you're changing the actual composition of the drink. This infuses every single drop of milk. I definitely challenge you guys, come to one of our showrooms and actually try it. I would be shocked if you don't see a difference. And there we have a sweet foam latte. Like you can smell it, and you can see that microfoam. Like, you get that flavor even in the dry milk foam on the top. A lot of times when you're adding sweeteners, sugar, syrups to drinks, you're gonna get a lot of it at the bottom. It's not really gonna be even or consistent. Every single sip with the sweet foam option is consistent. It is phenomenal. Let's talk about some of the design elements and functionality of this machine. So like all the other Juras, you're gonna have a front-loading water tank. Comes out just like that. If you have a valence, you're not gonna have to worry about having to pull the tank up. It comes right out super easy. It's got this convenient handle, 1.9 liters, super simple to actually add and fill. Bean on top, so your grinder, everything gets added on the top. You have 280 grams of space there for beans. It also has a really nice seal on it. So don't worry about filling that up and beans getting stale. Plus you're gonna drink so much coffee, it'll never go stale, so it won't matter. In the back here, we have our pre-ground bypass. So that's used for decaf or different blends if you want to try different things. As long as the coffee's pre-ground, you can basically bypass any fresh bean option and use that if you like. You also have your grinder dial there that you can adjust between mild and intense settings. Again, that's a personal thing. You got to find what beans you like and then what intensity of grind you like. In addition to that, you have your tray in the front. The machine will always tell you when it's time to empty and fill. It'll hold about 16 shots worth. Water's cut on the bottom, so very simple application. The screen really paints a picture, so it says drip tray not fitted. The second I put that back in, ready to go. Now, I have my machine set up to show 3 different home screens. So if I go on my screen here and I select 1, 2, 3, I can go through all of them. The other thing I really like is the carousel. So there's a hidden button here. If you select that on the touchscreen, you can then go through all the hidden drinks. You can select whatever you want and you can make that. And again, don't forget, you can always add those to your home menus. So the machine really gives you a lot of options for customization. So if you have a lot of coffee drinkers, we really like to try a lot of things, it's perfect. Remember, you can do up to 27 different drinks with this guy. Your maintenance menu and settings are all located on the bottom. So to initiate that, you click this little arrow, it'll bring that up. If I click the green gear, that's where I can get into some more customization. So for example, product names, the number of home screens I want, Wi-Fi Connect. So that's something we really haven't touched, but this machine comes with the Wi-Fi Connect. You can easily use your phone to send drinks. My favorite feature is having people put a bunch of them in there at a time. And you're just walking back and forth, placing the cup, collecting your orders. It all should tell you the status of your machine. Super cool little function. We also have our switch off after. You don't use the machine for 30 minutes, it'll automatically turn off. You can set any kind of interval you want between, I believe, 15 minutes and 8 hours. Languages, if you want to learn Italian, Swiss, German, Portuguese, you have a bunch of different languages in here the machine will talk to you in. Factory setting, if you ever want to wipe everything off, you can do that and start fresh. Milliliters and ounces. I like to keep my machine in ounces. That's a personal thing. The reason is going up in increments of ½ ounce versus 5 mil is a lot quicker and easier. It's also how I read the cups. I prefer ounces. It's really up to you guys. You can do whatever you like there. On my second screen, I'm gonna have the option to change my display, check how many cups I've made, which is really cool. I love going to people's houses and actually checking their machines because sometimes those numbers are astronomical and it's just super cool to think that this machine's made 20,000 or however many cups it's made. You also have your operating instructions. So if you don't want to have those screens come up that tell you turn the foam or do this, do that, you can turn that off if you want. I like leaving it on. It's really intuitive for people who've never used the machine. And it's just a reminder. We have the rinse option and empty system. The only time you really empty the system is if you're bringing it in for service, especially in cold weather. Another feature I really love is the addition of this third spout here. It's integrated so well, it's almost hidden. So what that's for is actually creating true, proper Americanos. I'm gonna find my Americano button, I'm gonna select it. Now, the way the machine works is it's actually gonna do your double shot of espresso. Immediately after, it's gonna add hot water from this third spout. That's gonna give you that real, authentic Americano that you're used to getting at a coffee shop or local cafes, whatever it may be. If you choose not to do the Americano when you wanna run all the water through the coffee, that's also an option. Again, this machine is so customizable, you can pretty much do whatever you want with it. It is the perfect home companion. So once that stops, we're gonna give it a little taste. It looks amazing. Look at that color. Really, like, incredible. So good. It's really so good. Like, now that we've gone through some of the new features on the S8, let's talk about my final thoughts. Personally, I love it. As I mentioned, the original S8 was one of our top selling machines worldwide. This one here, I was unsure how they were gonna actually improve on it, but the key factors that they added, such as the third spout for your Americano, the sweet foam option, the new grinder, the new user interface, it's amazing. It really knocks down every single bucket you could possibly want to have in a home machine, in my opinion. I love the chrome, I love all the accents, the design is stunning. It would look great on any countertop in any kitchen. Not only is it beautiful, but the coffee is incredible. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching today. Check out our website, www.Faema.ca for all your Jura needs, and check out our Instagram for some cool and fun content, @Faema_Canada.